Hello, and welcome back to the 11th installment of Reconciling Zero as we go in search of Effective Zen. The question we posed last episode was, what must every path to the realization of infinite mind entail? Recall that as part of our quest to answer the question, is this Zen mountain? We are now examining the notion of zero-buddhism, that is, the conditions necessary for the activity of Buddhism to arise. A quick note that this and the following topics will require an understanding of the nature of both activity and spirituality, which were covered in previous posts. So a couple of posts back, we identified 3 conditions necessary for the activity of Buddhism to arise. First, we need a clear picture of the highest good, namely the realization of infinite mind. Second, we need a clear picture of the path to the realization of infinite mind. And last, we need an understanding of the obstacles expected along the path. And the argument is that without all 3 conditions, we are not actually doing Buddhism. In this episode, we will address the second of these conditions, a clear picture of the path to the realization of infinite mind. So, how to proceed? Well, how about revisiting the Buddha's first discourse, setting in motion the wheel of the Dharma? And let's consider this snippet of the Buddha talking. I awakened to the middle way, which gives rise to vision, which gives rise to knowledge, which leads to equanimity, to direct knowledge, to self-awakening, to unbinding. And later, the Buddha states that initially his vision and knowledge were not purified, but when they were purified, he could claim to, quote, have awakened. So, what are we to make of all of this? Well, just taking the first part of the quote, we can say that every path, like the middle way, should give rise to vision, which should then give rise to knowledge. So how should we understand the notions of vision and knowledge? And importantly, what is knowledge that has not yet been purified? Of course, these are all great questions to consider during Zazen, but how about if I throw out a few things to start the ball rolling? First, vision, as in an image or a picture, is an idea that is only believed to be true or is taken to be true but without any evidence. We might just as easily call it a consideration. Second, knowledge is the next step up from a vision. It is a consideration supported by evidence. We can call it a good explanation as it must align with our experiences. Knowledge yet to be purified is that good explanation that is not persistently acted upon or realized. Because I know broccoli is good for me, it doesn't mean that I'm ready to eat it. Finally, purified knowledge is a good explanation that is persistently acted upon or realized. It seems that all a bit abstract, so how about an example? Well, consider 2 descriptions of a path from point A to point B. One of those descriptions is provided by Google Maps. Turn left, proceed 3 miles, turn right, etc. And the other is a treasure hunt, where each step along the way is a riddle to be solved. That is, we get a clue, kick around a few ideas, keep the most logical ones, and then work through each of those. Eventually, one of those ideas will pan out, and we proceed to the next clue. And it is here that we can get a sense of the progression from vision to purified knowledge. and the formalization of this process can be seen in the koan tradition. So, in just a few words, the Buddha has shown us that any path to realizing infinite mind will be less like the output of Google Maps, a kind of recipe, and more like processing clues in a treasure hunt. From a Buddhist standpoint, if the ultimate goal of your path is not one of purified knowledge, look for another option. Where are we now? We've gotten started on what every path to the realization of infinite mind must entail, and we will finish up in the next episode. So for the next episode, the question, what do we make of the 4 stages? Equanimity, direct knowledge, self-awakening, and unbinding. And until next episode, cheers!